What is up, Collector Crew?
Collector Crew, what's going on? Coming to you today with the first Popcast.
Popcast, I like
Podcast.
that. I like that.
Popcast.
Popcast.
Trino Popcast.
I like that.
Yes, so we got a few topics that we were going to discuss today. Probably wanted to kick it off with some of the video game news that's been going on as of late.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Probably kick it off with some Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 1?
Yeah, definitely.
So, we got Mortal Kombat 1, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, Thursday?
Yeah, well, we pre-ordered, obviously.
Yeah, we pre-ordered the premium
Shang
edition.
Tsung skin and the first download.
Combat pack?
Yeah, combat pack.
And the Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude as Johnny Cage. Yeah, so
I really like the game, actually, a lot.
the game is killer. It looks amazing. It's, I mean, it is so crisp. The controls on it are so much better. It doesn't seem nearly as kind of discombobulated as the prior Mortal Kombat 1 game or Mortal Kombat games have been.
Yeah.
It just flows super well.
Yeah.
It's easier to control. It's easier to actually get in there and feel like you're fighting correctly.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So
I was gonna say MK1 or MK11 was kind of choppy.
yeah, I mean, we obviously liked it. It was a fun game, but it just seems that Mortal Kombat 1, they've kind of, and it might have been the intention, I don't know, but they've kind of just started from scratch again.
Yeah.
But it's like to the next level. I mean, it's so much better than the prior ones were.
I really like the roster for this one much better because it's got some of the 3D era characters that haven't been in games for 17 years, which is really cool. Like Havoc, Ashura. Who else?
I don't know.
I know there were a couple. Oh, Natara. She's
you were
one.
more into the 3D era than I was. I kind of, I don't know, kind of dropped off, obviously, with the Mortal Kombat games after a little while. Because, probably going to get flack for this, but a lot of them I was not super keen on. Like the 3D ones and stuff like that. I mean,
like Deception, Armageddon.
Yeah, I mean, they were all right, but it was nothing that I would, go out of my way for, So,
sure.
I don't know, obviously I grew up in the arcade playing the original Mortal Kombat. And it was just such a depart from kind of that original feeling.
Oh, yeah.
Even into Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, they kind of lost it. With what they captured with that first Mortal Kombat game, because the mocap in the first Mortal Kombat game was amazing. I mean, it kind of felt like you were playing with real people.
Right.
That dropped off as the series continued. So
was that the first arcade game to have actual mocap? Do you know?
It was one of the first, for sure. It's the only one I can remember kind of ever feeling the way it did.
Sure.
I think there were some other ones like Pit Fighter and junk. You probably don't even know what Pit Fighter is. That was a cool game. But I think that was mocap. And y'all can tell me if I'm incorrect. I could be totally off base, but that kind of had the same feeling like Mortal Kombat did. But yeah, the reason why I'm so into MK1 is because it kind of captures some of that same feeling, as it did back when it first came out. So I'm a big fan. I like it a lot.
MK1, its story is probably the best one since MK9.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we teamed up and went through the story mode, and it was very cool. It was It was super entertaining. The story mode on the game was awesome. They did a killer job on it, for sure. It
lasted about like probably 6 hours. I don't want to get into any spoilers just yet because I know people probably need to play.
It's still fresh. It didn't come out that long ago, but it's definitely. I know. Obviously, people want to jump in. They want to jump online. Just start fighting people. And take your time to go through the story mode. It's definitely worth it for sure.
And plus, you unlock Havoc after it. So I mean, if that's who you want to play, you kind of need to finish the story.
Yeah.
The invasions mode though, that is really fun. It can get a little repetitive. I'm on the third world, the Tarkatan colony, and I haven't played it in a little while because it's just fighting over and over and over again, and then getting ambushed and stuff like that. So I mean, it's fun when you don't have anything to do, and plus you unlock skins from it, which I'm not a huge fan of the customization in this game as MK11, because MK11 you could customize 3 different gear options. You could customize like their costumes and the colors and stuff like that. But in MK1's customization, you can only customize one gear per person, and the costumes aren't great, but it's pretty fun. I am really enjoying it.
It's worth the money.
100%.
100% worth the money for sure.
He doesn't like the combat pack, the one that's coming out. I really like it. It's got Peacemaker, it's got Homelander, it's got Omni-Man, and then who are the other 2? Wait, 3. Ermac, Takeda, and Quan Chi. Yeah. I really like it, personally. The guest characters are awesome.
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. As y'all know, I'm not a huge DC fan. So,
Yeah, only one of them's from DC,
Peacemaker, not into it.
But they got John Cena to voice Peacemaker, which is really cool.
No, that's cool for sure.
And then they got J.K. Simmons to voice Omni-Man. And then maybe Anthony Starr to voice Homelander.
I don't know. I haven't watched the show, so I've heard it's really good. But I don't know. Homelander just seems like a douchebag.
It's because he is. That's
okay. Well, I haven't seen the show, so I don't know. But all the memes and everything of him, it just, I don't know. He like kind of makes me squirm. So I don't know. Yeah. But again, I haven't watched the show, so I'm kind of talking from a point of naivety, if you will. But I'm just not into it.
Well, did you? I remember telling you about the possible Combat Pack 2 DLC characters.
That sounds a lot better. That sounds a lot better.
So I think there were like 2 different options between. It was either because people found out by the voice lines in the data, in the code for the game, about how some voice lines that the people have said aren't in the game, and they're referring to something else or someone else, right? And a couple of them were talking about either He-Man or Conan. I would much rather like He-Man. Another one was talking about T-1000, and then the other one that people are pretty sure of is this guy right here, Ghostface for MK1.
That'd be kind of cool.
No, it'd be very cool.
It'd be kind of
and
cool.
like I'm thinking, I saw something on Twitter about it. Someone said like one of the fatalities could be like, Ghostface does whatever and then takes off his mask, right? And it's like a random character in the roster every time. Which would be kind of cool.
That's kind of crazy, yeah.
Because, like, no one, I mean, you're not supposed to know who it is until the end when they reveal themselves.
Yeah.
So that would be very cool. this was not in our little list of talking about what we would talk about. COD. They're coming out with some Halloween characters, right?
Let me started on Call of Duty.
It's got Ash.
Okay.
Skeletor.
Okay.
And a couple other people. Alucard and from Helsing. He's a really cool character, and there are a couple other ones. I'll find out, but I like COD. I know you don't like COD.
I'm not a first-person shooter guy, so yeah.
But I got
FPS is not my bag.
Yeah, I know. It's my bag though.
Yeah, that's really fine. I mean, to each their own. But
sure.
You know, again, I'm not big on the first-person shooters. So when he starts talking about COD, in one ear, out the other, folks. So you know,
when they released like the Boys crossover, I got Homelander because and he's voiced by Anthony Starr, which is also another reason I'm looking forward to that in MK1. I also got Tim the Tatman because I really like him. He's a funny streamer. Oh yeah, and also obviously we probably should have said this before we started talking about MK1, but we are in a different setup right now. We have a big wall of pops here, and it's my collection. So we will be making a video pretty soon showcasing my collection. You can see a little bit here, but all my good stuff is up there that I don't think you guys can see. But like, I got a lot of Mortal Kombat pops here, got a ton of Batman and Overwatch. Overwatch is a really fun game. Right.
It was a really fun game.
It was a really fun game.
Completely fell off the cliff.
They shut Overwatch 1 down, came out with Overwatch 2, and absolutely destroyed the game since. I mean, I really like the Invasion story mode. That's kind of funny. Invasions is also Overwatch and MK1. That's kind of funny. Anyways, Invasion story mode was cool, but that should have came out when the game came out, even though it came out like a year and a half later, which I don't know. They didn't do Overwatch justice, so they're still paying for that.
It seems, again, game is not my bag. Not big on Overwatch, but I do know that there was the fan base, the Overwatch fan base, is very high on all the characters, and basically them scrapping that character kind of story mode in Overwatch 2 just totally tanked it for everybody. So it's basically the same game with like a couple new...
It is the same game, except...
couple new levels.
Yeah. New levels, I don't know, every 6 seasons. Like, and then instead of they got rid of loot boxes, which I understand because loot boxes are kind of like gambling, and there's a whole thing about like laws about how certain places won't sell loot boxes.
Yeah, for sure.
For Overwatch 1. So they came out with the shop in Overwatch 1 where you can... It's kind of like the Fortnite item shop where you can buy coins to buy the skins, except each skin is like $20 and like... It's so overpriced.
It's stupid. Video games nowadays, folks, they're just money pits. It's so horrible. I'm always, telling these kids, like, back in the day, it's like you bought a game for $50-$60 and you had the whole game. Like, you unlock stuff by going through the game and completing missions and levels and stuff like that, finding secrets in the game. It wouldn't unlock new things, which is great. Nowadays, all it is, buying skins and, purchasing coin to buy other things.
Honestly,
they're a money pit, so...
I haven't played a game recently that you can't buy stuff.
Yeah,
like MK1
ridiculous.
has the currency system. All the shooter games,
expansion packs, junk.
Spider-Man, the original one. We'll be talking about Spider-Man 2 pretty soon. Also had like expansion packs and DLC and stuff like that. Yeah, kind of sucks.
It's
But,
horrible.
Like, I mean,
you spend $70 on the game,
yeah,
and then you have to spend Lord knows how much from here until whenever they stop updating the game to just keep up with things and have like the cool stuff and have the expansion packs and be able to download Homelander to play on MK1 and this, that, and the other. So it's a pain. I don't understand it.
Well, I mean, the only reason I have been playing video games less and less as I've gotten a little older, because they're not. I mean, I've gotten away from the FPS shooters. I haven't played Fortnite in a long time, and the games that are getting me like really invested was like God of War Ragnarok. You couldn't buy anything for that game. Once you bought that game, you got everything, and the story,
that's what I'm all about.
The story for those God of War games, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, the God of War games are freaking awesome. Like it's some of the best storytelling out there.
Yeah,
honestly.
Truly.
And the games look amazing. It's so they know how to do it, and they know how to do it without, having people having to continually purchase things.
Yeah.
But it's games like Overwatch, COD. I mean, even to, some aspect like Mortal Kombat. Like, I mean, all the expansion packs, and it's a pain in the butt. I mean, you end up spending thousands of dollars on a single game, just to keep up with the times and whatnot. Yeah. So yeah, it's nuts. And I mean, to even your point, Spider-Man, which we're looking forward to Spider-Man 2 to kind of break off into that. I mean, Spider-Man 2 looks amazing. I mean, it looks killer. And the story, at least from the first Spider-Man game, was amazing.
Yep.
But even to that fact, you still have stuff that you
can buy. Like they had like 4 different DLCs.
Exactly. It's it's crazy. I mean, you pay $70 for the game just straight up, and even more than that sometimes, because again, Mortal Kombat was about $110 because we got the premium edition, but that gives you the first what is combat pack?
Yeah, combat pack.
So you get the first combat pack with that. You get the Shang Tsung. Was it the character?
Yeah, the character.
So if you didn't buy or pre-order,
if you didn't pre-order, I don't think you can get him.
That's nuts.
They're gonna release him. They're gonna release him sometime in the future.
Probably in a combat pack.
Either that or just like a standalone character for like $5 that you can buy.
But I remember even playing like MK11, there was so much money we dropped on that game.
Oh, between the costumes and their characters and like...
It's nuts.
So insane.
And that stuff's not cheap. It's $10-15 a pop. So, I mean, they come out with like Halloween expansion packs and, all this different stuff. So you're spending tons of money. And Overwatch is one of the worst with those, too. Like the different skins and junk that, and how much they cost.
I know.
It's nuts.
It's insane. The only reason I'm playing that game anymore is because I'm semi-decent at it. If I wasn't good at the game, I wouldn't be playing. I'm like platinum diamond in the game, and I play it because I'm good at it, and I don't want to lose that, right? Because, I mean, it's not necessarily anymore, but it was a very big esport.
Yeah.
And the stuff that's going on with the Overwatch League right now is for a different day.
Yeah, I didn't even think it was a thing anymore, honestly. I
mean, well,
it's definitely going out.
Oh yeah,
for sure. So
it's a topic for another day. But
yeah,
Spider-Man 2, right? Looking forward to that game. All the trailers that we've seen, and like I've seen like 5 different villains that are going to be in the game. Like Craven, I know. I saw Mr. Negative is going to be in the game. Venom, Lizard, they got a ton of awesome characters. And I was reading, obviously you can switch between Miles and Spider-Man, right? Because
Miles and Peter Parker.
Yes. Miles and Peter Parker, thank you.
And not Miles and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because Miles is Spider-Man.
He is Spider-Man. You can switch between the two Spider-Mans, and I was reading that when you're swinging around with one of them, you can actually see the other one fighting crime in the city.
That's awesome.
Like when you're just swinging around and
the
stuff.
attention to detail on games anymore is just ridiculous.
It is.
Especially with like the Spider-Man franchise, because I mean, we knew it was going to be a banger when it first released for PS5, like, years ago.
PS4.
Was it PS4?
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, no, it was PS4. But it's just gotten better.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts, and
like the amount of characters they can pull from the Spider-Man universe, like
Mysterio's going to be in the new one.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
amazing.
Like the amount of Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery is on par. I would say I like Batman's Rogues Gallery better, but it's probably got like the same amount.
He likes Batman better. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, yeah. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, but the amount of like all the Spider-Man that they can.
Yeah. Oh man, the amount of different skins.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna have.
Oh yeah,
for Spider-Man in this game is nuts. And the cool thing about it is each of the different, styles and whatnot, you're gonna have different abilities with those styles. Yeah. Correct. So like
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So dependent upon like if you got say. Possibly Spider-Man 2099 skin, you might be able to have different,
Well, it's going to have different animations, and you can choose the gear that you, like the special abilities that you can have, like in the first one. And some go along with certain skins, some don't.
Okay.
So, gotcha. But I also was reading that every costume has like 4 different color variants.
Nice.
For each specific costume for that Spider-Man. That's a lot of customization.
And let me guess how many of those will be unlockable during the game and how many you will have to purchase.
Now I know 5 skins for each character you can only get by pre-ordering the game.
Don't worry about it.
My lights are wigging out. That's weird.
It's getting spooky in here. So
yeah. And I think you can only get those skins from pre-ordering the game. I don't believe. I actually never finished the DLC story modes for Spider-Man 1, so I don't know if you got skins for completing that. But if you did, you would have to buy those, obviously, because you couldn't get them without getting the DLC.
Back to the point.
Exactly.
Nickel and diming.
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous. But you know what? Schlubs like us will purchase them because we're gamers at heart. We love the video games. We love the different aspects of it, all the different things that you can do, and honestly, that's why they do it. I mean, if people like us didn't purchase them, there would be no need for them. But
exactly,
they know you. The gaming companies know that they've got you by the balls
and
when it comes to all the different stuff that they can release and have you pay extra for.
And especially with like the big franchises like Spider-Man, Batman,
yeah, exactly. Exactly,
all the Marvel and DC games, like also Marvel's Avengers, which shut down like the other day.
I was so hyped for that game when it came out.
The trailers look so good.
And honestly, and again, I don't understand how that just died out so quickly.
Yeah.
Because the game was decent looking. The gameplay wasn't bad. The stories were okay. But I guess people got upset because I know Spider-Man was only available through PlayStation and a bunch of weird stuff that went on with that game as far as exclusivity and junk like that. I think kind of turned people off on it.
You want to know what else turned people off on it? How you had to buy skins in the game.
Again, folks, nickel and diming. So... But no, I know you had to buy a ton of that game for sure. So there was only a limited amount that you actually ended up getting when you purchased the game just straight out. But
exactly.
it's nuts anymore. So
now the Batman games, like the original Arkham, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, those games are absolutely fantastic. And
I have played a few of them. I know I'm not the biggest Batman fan, but I mean, obviously this guy he's all over the Arkham Asylum. And what was the one that was kind of like the choose your own adventure one?
Okay,
which game was that?
So that was Gotham Knights. Okay. The Telltale series.
That's what it was. That was fun.
That was I just finished the second one the other day.
Okay. Yeah, that was a really fun game. The Arkham Asylum games are cool. I mean, I don't hate Batman. It's just he's not one of my favorite characters. So I can get into the lore and get into the stories and junk like that. Again, not to get off on something else, but Gotham was probably one of my most favorite series that ever came out on TV. I just thought that was such a well done, even though it kind of branched off from Batman lore, if you will. Yeah. It was still so well done. It was just such a cool show. That kind of got me roped in to Batman even more. Obviously, the Dark Knight series that I think was still, I'll have people all day hating on me. Michael Keaton, best Batman, blah, blah, blah. Dude, the Dark Knight series was by far and away the best Batman series. Best Batman movies.
I agree they're the best series of movies, but the best standalone movie so far is The Batman.
Oh, my Lord.
With Robert Pattinson.
We're not going to get into that. Thumb. Drive.
Oh, yeah. So good, dude.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. That movie sucked ass. I was so disappointed with that movie. Seriously. That movie was trash.
It's so good. It captures everything about Gotham City. It literally makes Gotham City its own character. And the next movie's gonna have like Clayface, bro. They're gonna do a Clayface so well, bro. Like Matt Reeves as a Batman director, I really see what he's going for, and I love it. It's like the Batman Arkham games in an actual movie. The Arkham games are so dull and not happy, and like it makes Gotham its own character.
And you know what? The first probably 15 or 20 minutes of the Batman was good. I was into it. And then it just went downhill so quickly. I hated the Riddler.
No.
Paul Dano was horrible.
He was a great Riddler.
I hated that take on the Riddler. I'm old school Batman. I grew up... my initial love was DC. And so I was into Batman and Robin, the Justice League, everything. I grew up on the old 60s, Batman series, where that was like the Riddler. That's who I think of the Riddler. I mean, Gotham Riddler.
That was very good.
He was very good.
Yeah.
But Paul Dano, they just did something completely so different that it wasn't even, I just couldn't get into it. I mean, I know we've kind of veered off, but, it's Batman. We've got him with us. So, obviously at some point in time, the conversation is going to veer off to Batman.
Yeah.
But,
speaking about DC movies, though.
Okay.
I want to get away from Batman right now, because we will be talking about that in another podcast.
Okay.
That will be an argument that will be had. Because I need to prove my point with that movie. Because he hates it for no reason.
It's not going to happen.
That movie
sucked balls.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle. Right?
Blue Beetle.
That was...
Boom.
Oh, that was a really fun movie.
I was so not... Like, I went in with very low expectations on that movie. Because I got burned with the Batman. The Batman was trash. And I was so upset that I wasted almost 3 hours of my life watching that movie.
No, it wasn't.
And I will never watch it again. With that being said, though, I went in with Blue Beetle coming out. I'm like, oh, man. We didn't see The Flash. I'm not even going to worry.
I watched The Flash. It was not good.
Okay, yeah.
I did not enjoy that movie at all. Ezra Miller.
I hate Ezra Miller. That guy's trash.
They should have got Grant Gustin to play Flash
Gustin,
in this new movie.
For sure. Again, the TV series.
The Flash TV series was so good.
So good.
There's the DC, like the shows.
So good for the most part.
Most of them are very good. Yeah.
I mean, Gotham Knights is trash.
We
watched a couple one episode, and it was bad.
It was so bad.
Couldn't even get into it. It was just not good. Teen Titans.
I would watch that again. I don't know if it's great or not. But anyways, yeah, Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle was, again, to get back on track, Blue Beetle was awesome. Mm-hmm. It was very good. I was very surprised with that movie. Now, we've had some past with the what's the actor's name? I can't pronounce his name.
I'm gonna try.
Nuts.
I think it's Solo Maraduena. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it.
Yeah, better than I probably could have. But we've watched Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
We like Cobra Kai on Netflix. Is just really kind of just stupid. Really kind of falls in line with the way Karate Kid used to be. Mm-hmm. So we've liked that, and we obviously Miguel. We've watched him on all the Cobra Kai seasons and really liked him. Mm-hmm. So I was hoping that, it was going to be good because they cast him obviously as Blue Beetle, and they had a couple other, people in that movie that I thought would probably do all right. But again, coming in, with the bias of the Batman, I'm like, okay, this movie's not going to be good at all.
I had a feeling it was going to be good because I've always been a huge fan of the Blue Beetle character.
The Blue Beetle character is super cool.
The first time I ran into that character was in Batman the Brave and the Bold, the TV series. And he was like Batman's partner, kind of, in some episodes. And like, I always really liked the character. And then in Injustice 2, also made by NetherRealm Studios, who made Mortal Kombat 1, obviously. He was really fun. He was my main in the game. All the different abilities he had, and he can just create things with the Scarab.
It's super cool, for sure. So,
and I don't think the movie did not disappoint. I think they did very well with all this. Now, I do kind of wish he made a little more than, swords and stuff like that, because he can make anything that he thinks of, right? And I'm sure they'll I know. I'm sure they'll explore it in the new movies.
He'll pick it up for sure. So
I think
it was a good start for the series, because I believe they're going to be coming out with more.
Yeah, so maybe spoilers about the post-credit scene?
No spoilers.
No spoilers? I have an idea, though, that I want to share.
Okay, spoiler warning, people. Hold up.
Skip to this time part after we talk about all the spoilers and stuff. So, the post-credit scene was in Core's basement. And someone appeared on the TV, and it was talking about how Core was still alive somewhere, right? And now when I was watching New Rockstars and their analysis of it, they
shout out to New Rockstars.
Yeah, for real. They think that Core was the one who was talking through the TV. That makes no sense, because why would he refer to himself in the third person?
Yeah, and you brought that up, and it kind of got my gears moving too. But
I think I know who it was, but what do you think?
Well, no, I'm thinking what you told me.
So
that makes a lot of sense.
I'm a huge fan of all the Blue Beetle comics, and a big partner of Blue Beetle, of Core, was Booster Gold, right?
Booster Gold.
And I think that was him talking through the TV, right? because there was a suit missing in the basement, and I thought that because I'm pretty sure Core made Booster Gold's suit, and Booster Gold is he's from the future, the 31st century, and he has something to do with Star Labs, and he got like a little egg thing, and like his buddy, and it lets him travel back in time to anywhere, time travel, and he went back to, well, I don't know, whenever, I guess the 21st century, sure, with Core as Blue Beetle, and they started teaming up because Booster Gold is very stupid and has no powers, right?
Yeah.
He was a jock, like a influencer jock. And when he went back in time, since he could obviously time travel, Core was interested in that and helped him and made a suit and stuff. And then they had they traveled to the future and stuff like that. And I think Core is stuck in the future with Booster Gold, which is why he just randomly disappeared in the movie, right?
Kind of weird, yeah.
And no one knew why.
Yeah.
So I think he's stuck in the future with Booster Gold, and plus, to better my theory, James Gunn is coming out with a Booster Gold series.
There you go.
So I think that's gotta.
I thought that was a very good thought process by Dominic. Makes complete sense and would obviously open the series up for more movies. And obviously, I didn't know about the Booster Gold series.
Yeah.
So that would be obviously a way for James Gunn to play into the Booster Gold series. Exactly. So I am looking forward to the James Gunn era. Obviously, I liked all of James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Yep. We were just talking about it yesterday. Guardians of the Galaxy was probably our favorite overall series in MCU, because every single one of those movies were entertaining.
Yeah, none of them were bad.
None of them were like crazy over the top, like, Love and Thunder, the Thor movie, the latest one that came out. None of them were like trash, like Iron Man 2. Don't say anything. Iron Man 2 was trash. No, Iron Man 2 was total trash.
It was not.
It was. But James Gunn has done such a good job with all the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. We didn't watch. He did Peacemaker, didn't he? Or did he not do Peacemaker?
He did Suicide Squad. Well, no. Suicide Squad was air. I think he did the Suicide Squad. Unless. No. I think he did the original Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker. I think he's done all three of those.
And all of those were probably some of the better. I didn't watch the Peacemaker, so I don't know.
I watched the first episode, and I want to, but I forgot my login to HBO or Max now.
Oh, okay.
So I can't finish it.
That's not gonna help at all. You can't log in, you can't watch it. But
exactly.
The Suicide Squad movies, they were decent. I'm not a huge fan of Margot Robbie. I am honestly not. I got dragged into Barbie, and that movie was straight. I don't know what was worse, Barbie or the Batman.
Whoa.
They were both hot take, people.
That is a very hot take.
But I don't know which one was worse, to be honest with you. But anyways, with that being said, obviously Margot Robbie is the shining star in the Suicide Squad. I can't say that today. The Suicide Squad movies. So, it is what it is. Whoa. But what I'm getting at is James Gunn has done a good job with what he's been given, and he seems to always pay fairly close attention to the lore, and he doesn't, just totally throw things on, put a super crazy spin on it. I mean, they're pretty straightforward. And I think he's an actual comic book enthusiast. He's kind of a geek, for sure.
For sure.
So I think that translated to the new DC, is it DCU?
DCU.
Mm-hmm. DCU is going to be really good. So I'm looking forward to see a lot of the new DCU flicks.
I agree. I know a couple of them are kind of out there, a little wild. I forget. There was a team. There was a movie of some random characters that are all in a team that he's going to be making. That apparently is really, really funny. It's got like some monsters in it. The Green Lantern series, which it's kind of like a detective series, which I'm looking forward to, and Batman, Brave and the Bold, which is a movie with Robin. Superman.
That'll be interesting. Superman. He's kind of. He's not rehashing the origin story, right?
No, he's not. Not in that movie, I don't believe.
Because the Superman origin story has been played.
I could say the same thing about Spider-Man.
No, I would not necessarily disagree with you.
And Batman.
Agreed. So, I'm looking forward to his take on some of the new DCU, not new characters, but the DCU and just kind of the new look to it. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot in the pipeline here. Obviously, with the whole SAG thing right now.
Yeah.
The the picketing and whatnot, it's a bit of an issue as far as when. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna jump back in.
Yeah.
Again, camera issues. So
yeah, so the DC, I think James Gunn is gonna definitely do better with the DCU than everything that happened with the DCEU, and like everything's disconnected and all of that. It's just a big old mess, which is why they said it was a soft reboot, but they're not gonna have any of the same actors. Like,
no, that's not true.
No, they're gonna have Gal Gadot, I think, right?
I don't know. That's been going around.
But they're not gonna have Batman. They're not gonna have Superman. They're not gonna have Aquaman.
Those Wonder Woman movies were horrible.
They're not great.
Horrible.
The first one wasn't terrible. The second one was absolute trash. Cheetah.
None of them are good.
Cheetah was not done. I mean, Cheetah's not even that cool of a character, to be honest.
I enjoyed She-Hulk.
What?
More than I did Wonder Woman.
Oof.
At least that was entertaining.
We gotta have like a hot take button.
We do need a hot take button
because we've dropped a lot of bombs today.
So yeah, hot takes left and right. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So, but to wrap it up and put a pretty little bow on it, I definitely think James Gunn is going to do some justice.
Yeah.
To the DCU.
I agree. Yeah.
He will be the new member of the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. So we'll see. But anyways, other movie that we wanted to discuss that I'm super jazzed for, which he has roped me in on.
I've been jazzed for this movie for 7 years, Chief.
The FNAF, folks. Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear's.
Mm-hmm.
So, the trailers that have come out in the past, month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah.
Look amazing. Again, obviously, as you know, given my age, I grew up with Showbiz Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese, Pistol Pete's. So the whole animatronic take on this and just killer animatronic, it's so cool to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like all over it. It looks like it's going to be an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Would I lie to you and tell you that I know all about all of the lore behind FNAF? I have no clue. I mean, I've played the games a couple times. I honestly don't think the games are great. I think some of the newer ones are better, like the VR game.
Sure, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, but I think really what is captivating is the actual story behind
the story
FNAF.
of FNAF.
It's just a super cool spin on the whole, Showbiz Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese kind of animatronic, things that we grew up with as kids, which is cool. So
now I know he said he didn't know the FNAF lore, which he's right. We've tried watching a couple.
I know about probably 60%. I mean, I know you haven't read any of the books. I mean, I know everything goes hand in hand. The games, fall into the books, which fall into other things. So there's,
the books are kind of a separate thing.
But it's all kind of tied together, though.
Yeah, they're in tied together.
Aspects, at least.
The FNAF lore, I've tried showing him videos about like a quick, overview of the FNAF lore, what you need to know, right? And
I think I know
him
what I
saying
need to know.
60% is not necessarily true. I think probably a good 40-45%.
Okay, well, whatever. I still like it. I still think it's cool. So.
The FNAF lore is a whole different beast, and I know a lot of it. Game Theory, shout out to Game Theory big time. Matt Pat, he's definitely helped keep me up on the FNAF lore, because I don't read any of the books. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of reading, to be honest. I like movies and video games. I like music and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, the FNAF lore is absolutely insane. Now, that's something we will definitely talk about in another podcast, because, I mean, honestly, that could be a whole podcast by itself, Chief. Straight up.
It could be multiple podcasts.
Like, maybe that should be a podcast that we release the week of. Like, when FNAF releases. I think that's in, like, three weeks. The 27th?
No. It's about a month away.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
The FNAF movie. William Afton, it's not what he's called in this movie, not yet, played by, oh my god, I always forget his name. The same guy who played Stu Macher in Scream, the same guy who played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies, Matthew Lillard, okay, yeah. He plays Steve Raglan, which is what they call him in the movie that we know of. That's definitely one of the best picks they could have gone. Like the routes they could have gone down.
Yeah.
He's not
We'll see.
He's not a super William Afton is not a young guy. He's got like 3 kids, right? Yeah. And he's been in the animatronic business since the 80s, right? Mm-hmm. So this movie looks like it will be set in the 80s with everything that I've seen, like the commercial in the movie, right?
Yeah,
and then the wired telephones, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I believe it's set in the 80s, and it's got like the big mall plaza as well, which is definitely an 80s thing. So I don't know. If you don't know, you should probably know. But the bite of 87, bite of 83, those are two big things. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard. Now, some people they didn't know that it was the bite of 83, and they called it the bite of 87, and that was before all the lore came out about it being 83. You know the Markiplier clip of, was that the bite of 87?
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. It's big memed on. Big meme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and so
shout out to Markiplier. The guy's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
Anyways,
he's coming out with a movie. You know that, right?
I did hear
Iron
that.
Lung. I watched his playthrough of Iron Lung. It's super cool.
Is it?
It's
okay.
really good.
Yeah. So money on whether or not he's going to show up in the FNAF movie.
Oh, true.
I think it'll happen.
It's got to. I mean, they already have Corey.
He was OG, right? He was OG FNAF.
He's the king.
He's the king of FNAF.
Yeah. He was a big reason why it got popular.
Yeah.
But they already have Corey Kenshin in the movie, and he's also a pretty big FNAF YouTuber. I really like Corey Kenshin.
Corey's cool. Shout out to Corey.
Mm-hmm. Like they would. I like how you're saying shout out to all these people like they would watch it. But no, shout out so you guys can go and watch them.
Yeah, exactly. They're hilarious.
They are, all of them.
There's a reason why we watch that and a reason why we're shouting them out is because we think you guys should check them out.
Exactly.
They really are. They're really funny and entertaining. So
yeah. And also,
there's a lot of YouTubers and streamers, everything that are not that great. Don't are not that great at all. I'm not going to say anything about your stupid. Anyways,
all right.
No shout out to that fool. But anyways, yeah, no. So I want to I want to shout out those that we watch.
Yeah.
And enjoy. Mm-hmm. So
obviously, I mean, you guys probably know who all these people are, but we're still, still shouting them out. But the FNAF movie looks absolutely, it looks great. It looks so good. The animatronics, oh my god, they were so well done. Jim Henson's Creature Shop made them.
Yes, shout out to Jim Henson, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
So yeah. No, I mean, obviously, Jim Henson was a huge part of my childhood. I mean, what has Jim Henson Studios not touched on that was amazing? Yeah. But the fact that his studio, was really, behind the FNAF characters.
It's so cool.
And the fact that, hey, in less than a week.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up too.
Yeah, we're going to go check them out in real life at Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. So looking forward to that.
They got the actual animatronics used in the movie, made by Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Super cool.
And I don't know if they got other props from the movie, but they will be at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Amazing.
And we're going to be there Thursday.
We're going to be even more psyched.
We're going to be there Thursday and Friday of this week. So
yeah, after watching that, I mean, it's going to be, or after seeing that rather, going to make us want to watch the movie even more.
It is truly a dream come true.
Yeah,
for me, because the FNAF, everything about it. I mean, it encapsulated me because I'm like, I don't know how old I was when I started watching it, or like playing the games and seeing stuff. But I think it was probably about like 7. So it's been like 8 years, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time coming, but I'm looking forward to everything, and I do want to get a little more into the FNAF movie, maybe on another episode, because I know we have to wrap it up pretty soon here.
Yeah, I know. I think we'll probably have, like you said, I like the idea of doing a pop cast of
FNAF. The week the movie comes out.
Drops, so
I think that's got to be done.
And then obviously we'll come at you with a review as well once we do see it. Most definitely. Yeah. But yeah, so that's going to be it for the Pop Trino first Popcast for y'all, Collector Crew. So keep an eye out. Again, we're going to get that website up and running here, where you'll be able to actually, we'll link all the Popcasts in the website so you guys can go there. We'll have a store selling some of our collectibles. If you guys all want a piece of the Pop Trino lore, if you will.
We'll also be coming out with a video about my collection pretty soon here, because obviously you guys can see it, but you can't see the good stuff up there, which is
we'll definitely be coming out with a I know.
Look who it is.
Hey,
this is Domino.
What's up, Domino?
He's my kitty. He's the best kitty ever.
Yeah,
I love him.
But yeah, so appreciate y'all joining us, and keep an eye and an ear out for the Popcasts. We will go ahead and start posting them. Our website will upload the video on YouTube, and then we'll also go ahead and get these uploaded to all your streaming services, Spotify, everything, so you guys can reach us there as well.
Yep.
But until the next one, folks, what?
We would appreciate it if you guys liked, subscribed, commented, turn those noties on.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this style of video.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we really enjoy doing it and telling you all about. You know, we do so much other than Pops. You know,
it's very true. So for all of you that are aware of the YouTube channel and watch it and whatnot, it's obviously solely Funko Pops, but we're much more
branching out a little bit now.
We're much more than Funko Pops. So.
Also, if you guys have any other hot takes or just comments about whether you like it or not, what we're doing,
let us know.
If you have comments about this guy's hot takes, because he's had quite a few of those this video, please,
all about the hot takes.
Let us know.
Hot takes.
That's not bad. I like that. That's kind of hot take. Cool. All right.
Indeed.
Well, we will catch you
Collector
guys.
Crew. We will catch you on the next podcast. Appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see you later.
Bye.
Latro.